Hi guys, and welcome back to another video, and let's talk about our language goals so far. How has your language goals been going? Let me know in the comments below. I'll let you know about mine. They have been atrocious. I have been struggling, but I did not expect this at all. So let's just get right into it. After hours. The semester has not been going the way I thought it would be going, and it's not that I'm not trying, because I definitely am. I'm mentally and physically tired from trying so hard to understand this content, but it's okay. School ran over. Basically, I haven't had the time that I thought I would have. I really thought I would have like 2 hours in my day at least, but I have been able to keep up with my studies a little bit, and this is how. So for French, my main language for this year, I have been studying French with the app Busuu a lot. I've just been basically doing quick little French lessons on Busuu, as well as watching French videos on YouTube. I do journal entries in French as well. French is the only language where I have been able to sit down for 2 consecutive hours or even 1 hour to actually deep dive and study into. I use websites like Lawless French, which I learned about back in middle school, but I forgot it existed until now, so I've been using that to focus on topics that I want to speak about in videos. That's basically how I've been learning French. I've been writing down topics that I know I want to talk about in French, and then I've been just basically studying vocabulary words, grammar points that I want to use. Like, I'll write the phrase in English and try to translate it into French, and if I cannot do so, I'll learn how to do it. Also, French music. I love French music, so I thought that's all it goes. It is like midnight. I need to go to bed. So for Spanish, as you may or may not have seen, I uploaded a video in Spanish on my channel for the first time ever. I did it, and I'm really glad I did it, because now I can see where I am in the next like 6 months or even next year. At the end of the year, when I'm like reviewing my videos, I'm like, oh my god, I spoke like this, but now I speak like this, and I'm doing so much better. And that's what this channel was for anyways. This channel is to keep myself accountable for these languages in fun ways. And I was really proud of myself because the outline that I wrote for my voiceover was all made by me. I obviously had grammar mistakes. I had some maybe vocab mistakes as well, but it was all written by me, and I tried my best, and that's all I can be grateful for. Other than that video, I've just been watching a bunch of Twitch streamers in Spanish. I've been enjoying their content. I watched clips on YouTube too. And Mariana recently did a video where he had his fans speak about horror stories in Spanish, and I was able to understand a lot and enjoy these horror stories. I'm so into horror. If you don't know this, I'm really into horror. It was nice having those two worlds collide. But yes, I've been basically just watching YouTube, Twitch, listening to Spanish music as well. I do active listening for Spanish, but most of it is passive. I've been rewatching this telenovela La Reina del Flow. Just finished rewatching it recently, but I already want to rewatch it again. It's really bad. That's one thing I've been doing too. And then obviously just using the language reactor Chrome extension to get some new vocab, to be able to write down phrases, but also see what the phrase might mean in English. Sometimes the English translation is not accurate, but it's not giving the full meaning of the translation, and so like I'll use it as a base, but then try to deep dive even deeper into it, write it in my notebook, write it in my iPad. And then I also write like Spanish tweets on Twitter, Spanish journal entries, or just sometimes I just start speaking Spanish to myself, which has been fun. I do it in French too, but with French it's different because I end up slipping into Haitian Creole. That's something I'm working on, so it's been fun doing all this passive listening. At least I'm still getting these languages in. So for Korean, let's be for real, I haven't studied Korean much. I did do a deep dive of episode 7 of The Glory, which is one of my favorite episodes. I'm not sure why yet. I think it just might be the score. It's not like anything specific that happened, except at the ending where Chejun and the young girl's father, but not her father, Chejun and the guy were like, they were there for the open house, and then they were kind of like speaking. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know how to describe it, but I really enjoyed those scenes between them and how tense it was. Yes, there we go. It's tense, and I really like that. We can talk about it another day, but I just want to say the ending could have been stronger in my opinion. Like, I wanted to see more suffering because they deserved it. We had a good part 1. I binged part 1 in the middle of the night. I went to bed at 3 a.m. for part 1, and then I heard that part 2 was coming out through a Naver article, which I dissected. I was like, oh my god, I just watched this, and now part 2 is already coming out. Yay. But yeah, basically The Glory, these short films on YouTube with multiple parts made by this channel. I'll put the picture picture on the screen. It's giving Darman, but like 1,000 times better. So that's how I've been studying Korean, basically. Just either listening to Korean music, watching those videos, watching some Twitch streamers as well, like Ailey. Basically that. Some daily vlogs, because I want to also do a daily vlog in Korean one of these days. Of course, studying topics that I want to speak about. I'll just write it down and deep dive into it. Learn all the vocab I need to know, learn things that interest me. Like recently, I learned how to speak deeply about my hobbies in French. That's basically how I've been studying these 3 languages. And as for Hindi, Hindi has been fun to dabble in. As I said, I wasn't gonna take it too seriously. I learned the alphabet. It took me a while to like start to recognize sounds with letters, and it's still taking me a while now. And honestly, a lot of the vocab that I have been learning through Drops, which is the app that I've been using mostly for Hindi, hasn't been sticking. Like when I watch Hindi shows on Netflix, like Miss Mac, it's G, which is having another season. Both of them are having seasons. I don't want to call this. They're having another season come back. I never finished this thought, but I meant to say that I could understand and pick up words as I watched them, but honestly, not that many. I also found like some Hindi shows on Hulu, and they're like popping right now. They're like on the trending page. I don't know what the show's about yet. There's no English subs. If learning without subs and just learning with Hindi subs and Hindi audio is the way to go for me for this show, for this language, then that's what I'm gonna do. I've always wanted to try learning a language without like actually studying. Maybe I should test that out with one of the languages that I want to learn this year. But Hindi, yeah, Hindi's been fun to learn, but I do want to start like writing down vocab that I learned from Drops, because I haven't been writing it down. Kind of just been like memorizing as I go, but then I start to forget it because I haven't studied Hindi in like 2 weeks, and all I remember now is namaste, which is really bad. I learned how to say like different phrases for school, how are you, stuff like that, and that's all I can remember. It's bad. And lastly, though this is a surprise, I have also been like studying Japanese on the side a little bit, mostly just learning kanji and reviewing hiragana and katakana with this app. This is an app that Nina introduced in her recent video about her learning Japanese, and I really liked it, and it's been fun. I really like how it like shows you the stroke order, and then it will make you write it in that stroke order until you get it right. But as for apps, that app, Boosted for French as well, Memorize for Spanish, and then Mystic Messenger for Korean. Mystic Messenger is a game that I played years ago when I was like middle school young. But I decided that I wanted to play it in Korean. So I did play it in Korean for a bit. But honestly, I wasn't staying up to see those chat rooms, even though it was my vacation. Just basically like did what I could. If there was chat rooms, I would read through the messages. Even though I couldn't do anything with the messages, I would read through the messages for practice, write down words I didn't know, listen to the phone calls that were given. For example, I'm having a phone call, I'll be like, and they're like, 여보세요? 밥은 먹었어요? I'll be like, 네, 밥은 먹었어요. So yeah, stuff like that. I know it might be weird, but I enjoy it, and that's what learning languages has to be for me, to be enjoyable. And on the topic of like fake conversations, I was reminded of this way of practice that I used to do by a TikToker that I saw on my For You page, where she was using Weverse Lives to pretend that she was having conversations with the celebrity. And I used to do that with the V app. I would watch back either Suga or Namjoon's live when I was really into BTS. I would pretend that I'm basically having a conversation with them, and if I didn't know how to respond to something, I would turn on the subs and be like, oh, okay, that's what they said. Obviously, I can't do that in real life, but I did it while I can. And that was really fun. So I'm gonna start doing that again. Honestly, why not? I'm in the comfort of my home. I will not be judged. As for other goals for this coming quarter, I don't think I have any set goals. Like, I'm not gonna set a goal where I'm gonna be like studying 2 hours a day, no more. I don't want to be stressed. I felt really bad not being able to reach my goals this past quarter. So for goals, there's not many goals and not really goals. I just want to keep up with my studies. I just want to keep practicing my skills. I do practice them on a daily, even if it's just like random times of the day and random amounts. At least I'm still doing so. And when I do have time, like this week I have a little bit more time, so basically just study when you have time or get more videos out in your target languages. I have things planned. I don't know if they'll go well, but I do have things planned, and I'm really excited to try and do them because these are fun videos that I feel like will be fun to film, fun for me to speak about. So hopefully they all go well, and hopefully you all who are watching this channel enjoy them. I want you to get some entertainment from this channel as well. Helpful, entertaining. That's what I want to be for you. And as for any other goals, not really. I do want to read a book. I don't care what language it is. I just want to read a book. Preferably not English. I just want to I want to read a book in one of my target languages. And then for the second quarter, I did plan on starting a new language. We'll see if I actually do. But stay tuned in this channel to see what goes on. So scribble down below to see what I post. The goal is to post 2 times a week this month. I'm putting it out there so I can hold myself accountable. I'm going to try to film videos in advance, try to edit them in advance so I can post them twice a week. The goal is Sunday and Wednesdays. It might switch depending on what day I upload this video, but that's my goal and I really want to do so. And you guys can hold me accountable too by following me on Twitter and then yell at me in my DMs. I'm okay with that. Instagram as well. I recently did this cute little post for Instagram where I talked about my day in Korean. So if you want to go see that, like it. If you're there, if you want to follow me please. I want to connect with you guys. And if you want to yell at me in my DMs like, girl, post more, or girl, you're doing this wrong, please do so. I didn't mean to do that. I wasn't lying. Please do so. But yeah, anyways, that is basically it for this video. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope I see you guys in the next video. Peace.